You're nothing but trouble. All right, you look like a traveler. Someone that has seen faraway places and heard new stories. All right, then.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves.
My favorite drinking
back
buddy.
to the way
Let's
it
get
used
some
to be.
You're that visitor been poking around. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell. Until next time.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs.
My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some meat.
It's my boy Sven you need to listen to. He sings at the inn most every night.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands. Until next time.
I'm spoken for, you know, so don't get any ideas.
Whatever you need. Buy Ismir if it's simple and strong. I can forge it. Iron or steel, the finest weapons and armor. The finest weapons and armor. the finest weapons and armor. Until next time. Forge you a warhammer that would crush a giant's head like a walnut. What the finest weapons and armor. Aye.
It's a fine day with you around.
Thank you and me. We're the only people around who aren't complete fools.
Alva and I, we got a daughter. Little Dorothy.
Riverwood's agreeable enough, I suppose. I'll show you what I know. Farewell.
say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in your Vaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck. Blood on the wind today. Good hunt ahead of us. My mother was a companion, and her mother, and all the women in my family back to Harati Blackblade. I stayed with my father in the woods until I was old enough for my trial. We hunted everything there was to hunt. Good training. Ma didn't live long enough to see me join, but I fight to honor her and all my shield sisters through time. Kodlak says not to worry about it. I worry that a bunch of snowberries are out there earning glory while we stay out of it. But I will follow the old man's lead. As ever. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions?
Got the fleetest steeds in all of Skyrim. Man like you needs a war horse. None of them's older than 9, and the youngest is 6. Now the horse I got for sale is 7 years old, but in fine health. She's got a lot of spirit, that one. We've taken to calling her Queen Aufsiger, or just Ali for short. I expect you can name her anything you like, once she's yours. Ride strong.
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skolvar.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vaskar, if you're worth anything in a fight.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you. Brigands I can handle. This talk of dragons? World gone mad, I say. Let me... Need supplies? See Bellathor at his store.
takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and
Greymane
vegetables.
or Battleborn?
It's fun most days. Hard work.
Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got two clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn? Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side. Long live the Empire.
Need something? Good afternoon. Good day.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More? Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage? Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Thinking of settling in?
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Interesting. I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Come to a love of her reading, did you? Sorry, pup, but I'm not quite in the mood.
Come by Belethor's shop at the market. I'm sure we've got something you need.
Well met, kinsman. What brings you to Whiterun? A pity. And words I hear too often. But there's no shame in it. One of them dragons comes calling in Whiterun. The place will go up like tinder. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. Our family's been closest kin for generations, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall, your Vasker. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda. She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one. Man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharp.
You're heading east, steer clear of hitting. Good. Thing about those old tricks. Dad having trouble staying.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time make it right.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. That bard Mikael is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh! If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wild. Oh yes, hunting is my great passion. That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman, down by the main gate. He tends the store, and I've got this stall.
Fresh-baked loaves.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Good hunting.
I ain't done nothing.
Bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by the best blacksmith. I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at Jorvaskr, the Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Halls. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing battle-borns. Don't even get me started on that lot. Huh, they put on airs like there's something special. Oh, sure, they've got money, but they ain't got a shred of honor between them. Grey Mane. Huh, now that's a name fills you with pride. We've got roots in Whiterun. We've got history. You take care of yourself.
What? What are you looking at? That Heimsker's crazy. Him and his talk. Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost so. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on.
Shiny trinkets for your good lady.
Argonian ale. I can almost taste it. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Well, that all depends on you now, doesn't it? Or whatever.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time.
Trust in me, Whiterun. Trust in Heimskr. You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward! Oh, yes. He agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it
The White Gold Concordat.
Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here, and in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of the voice, and with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject. Terrible and powerful Talos, we, your unworthy servants, give praise.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. No, friend. That I'm not. But I get along with your kind well enough. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. If you find that sword, please bring it. Saphir!
I just want to go home and read.
I don't have any money. You better give me 5 septims right now or I'm gonna bloody your nose. 10 septims tomorrow, baby.
It's no fun getting... Well, I used to sneak out at night and try to tip over the big ox in the Greymane's yard. And me and Mila used to climb up on the roof of Dragon's Reach and look for birds' eggs. But I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps catching me and then I get in trouble. No, please!
Stupid.
I really don't
Yes?
have any money, Brave. I'll give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit me.
Mister, could you spare a coin?
Nay, worse than nothing. The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Dalmor against its own people. So rise up, rise!
you go tracking your dirty boots on my clean floor.
If my cleaning gets in your way, just say that and I'll be off.
We cannot afford to have ration in times like nothing. My lord, please. This is no time for rash.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Who's this, then?
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on, then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. And what might you need? Balgruuf and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and all threats. Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife, so you can imagine the dangers. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade. Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous nobles. Sometimes I think his own children want him dead. And those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries and incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them. Well, not yet anyway. I've got my eyes on you.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps? Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. I'll introduce you. Farengar is probably puttering around in his lab, day and night. I'm not sure he ever sleeps.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities. What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so. The Jarl can be found in the Great Hall, probably sitting on his Jarl's throne. Not over here in a wizard's laboratory.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. You'll have to see the Jarl about that, maybe his steward Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately. Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities. Like, I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
Farengar, you need to come.
I wonder what Irileth is so excited about.
Nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Don't think you can barter with me like...